your all for. Nobody can hurt you like the one who you have sacrificed to make them happy. Nobody can hurt you like the ones whom you have denied yourself to make them happy. And nobody can penetrate your heart and give you painful experiences like the one who you connected yourself to and thought that from them you would never, ever have to shed a tear. I need you to do something here. I need you to get that person in your mind. Just get that person in your mind. I don't talk to people. Don't tell anybody who you have in your mind. But just reach up and mentally grab that person and get that person in your mind. And while you're sitting there with that person in your mind, I need you to understand one thing. It is possible that that person may also have you in their mind. It is possible that the very ones who hurt you are also hurt by you. We're not always the victims of pain. Sometimes we are the cause of other people's pain. I thought about that when the Lord gave it to me. And while we're waiting for God to play the role of our hitman, could it be that somebody's also waiting for God to play the role of their hitman and shut you down? I'm waiting on God to get you. I'm waiting on God to show you that you hurt me. I'm waiting on God to deal with you. I turned that pain over to the Lord. Could it be possible that somebody also turned over what you did to them to the Lord? I come to tell you that tonight, God is not your hitman. And God is not their hitman. What God is waiting for is that the spirit of forgiveness to fall fresh on the people of God. Rather than looking for someone to be taken care of by God, God is looking for you to take care of some situations by the spirit of forgiveness. Oh, bless his name. Sometimes we get so focused on our own pain and cause of it that we become unconscious of our damaging response to those who hurt us first. While I was typing this, I said, God, I don't know if this is what they're looking for on tonight, but I need you to hear that again. Sometimes we can become so unconscious of our damaging response to those who hurt us first. In other words, they hurt us. We know they hurt us. They know they hurt us. And here we are 10 years later, and we're still handling them according to the hurt that they did to us years ago. And now the way that we are handling them is causing even more pain than they caused us in the beginning. Martin Luther King warned us not to become guilty of trading pain for pain. My God, sometimes, we grew up with that stuff in us, get them back, pay them back. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, you hurt me and I hurt you back. But the question tonight is, for how long? And how do we deal with the wounds caused by someone who has hurt you with their words, who has hurt you with their actions, who has wronged you by their actions, who has violated your sexuality or trespassed on your personal boundaries? The pain of the breakage of marital vows, married to a person who keeps you in sickness but not in health. Now, I know you think I said that backwards, but I said it just the way I meant it. Married to someone who don't show their love until they see you flat on your back. That's a terrible thing, but it leaves a scar. The wounds caused by years of rejection. Pain that is caused by years of being degraded by someone. Wounds caused by betrayal and loose lips of friends. How do we deal with all of these various areas of pain in our lives? Especially when the agony and the pain from the experiences are still resting on the front burner of your mind. How do I move on? How do I press beyond this thing? How do I put it behind me? How do I relinquish myself from it when it's so fresh in my mind? I didn't say it happened yesterday. It could have happened 20 years ago, but yet every time I see that person, it becomes fresh in my mind. Have you ever looked up and saw someone coming and hated to see them coming? Oh, you didn't say anything, but just the sight of them just turned your stomach upside down. Have you ever, oh, we got to be real here on tonight. Have you ever looked up and saw somebody coming, and when you saw them coming, you did not say, blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord? No, you saw them coming, and the devil said, go ahead on, slap her, go ahead on, just trip her, go mash the gas pedal. Now, there's something that penetrates the heart and mind of all of us when we see that person that has violated our heart, that has violated our emotions, that has violated our feelings, our emotions. You know, there's something that rises up in all of us when we start thinking about who caused the pain, who caused the upset, who caused us to spend time, wasted years and wasted days. When you consider the fact that that's the reason I'm behind, that come walking right, that's the reason why I'm not where, that's the reason why I have not reached where, that's why, yeah, here he or she comes. And so when you see them, it is not a pleasant thing when you see them coming. Oh, bless his name. You see, you got to understand something, that God don't take them out of the way. He leaves them in the way, oh, bless his name, until we're able to get beyond them by way of forgiving them. Oh, bless his name, especially when the agony of the pain, I say again, it's resting on the front burner of your mind. God would let them stay right there. You see, true forgiveness is a hard thing, but yet it has powerful results. I want to say that again, that true forgiveness is a hard thing, but yet it's a powerful thing. Reverend, what do you mean? I mean exactly what I said. It's hard. Now, we say all the time, oh, child, I forgive you. And then you walk off saying, yeah, right. Because, you know, we speak it with our lips, but there have not been true forgiveness from the heart. And proof of that is you can't let it go. Oh, bless his name. Yeah. Proof of that is that the fact is you can't let it go. Oh, bless his name. So true forgiveness is a hard thing, but it has powerful results. It's not always easy to follow the commandment to forgive, especially when the offender is not sorry for what they have done to you. It wouldn't be so hard forgiving you when you asked for forgiveness. It's when you came heart first. And you really meant it when you said, forgive me. And you know, because the Christian response to when someone say, forgive me, is, I forgive you. But you know when that person is being real, and you know when that person is not being real. You know when that person is gloating about the pain that they caused you. You know that that person is happy when they made you cry, when they caused you a setback in your life. And it's a hard thing to say, I forgive you, when you know they are not sorry for what they have done. You got to understand, all of it is a test. Somebody tell them it's just a test. Have you ever had to apologize to folk and forgive Negroes when they knew they were wrong? Folk kill me when they come back and say, if I have offended you, when they know. And then you sitting up there and you got to do the right thing and say, child, I forgive you, unless they count your walk with Christ not worthy. So you say the right thing, but that's not what we're dealing with. We're dealing with tonight if what you said out of your mouth is what you've done from your heart. Oh, bless his name. And so when you look at this thing, you know, forgiveness, have you ever had to accept an apology from folk that you knew were not sorry for the treacherous harm that they caused you? It's one thing to cause me harm, you know, and I'm trying my best to stay out of your face because, you know, I'm trying to be fully delivered. I'm trying to be as strong as my testimony. And so after I have experienced this treacherous thing that you have done to me, I got a lot of space between you and I. And now here all of a sudden you want to run up in my face in the midst of doing what you have done, and you want me to act like it's all right, and you come to say I'm sorry when I know deep in your heart The fact that you're in my face, you're picking once again. Have you ever felt like folk were picking on you when they came to say, I'm sorry? Yeah, just rub it in your face. I'm sorry. No, you're not sorry. You come to rub it in one last time. I wonder if I'm talking to anybody in here that knows what I'm talking about. Oh, bless his name. When you look at this thing about forgiveness, everybody say forgiveness. This is when you must understand that forgiveness is not